Grizzlies fans aren't going to like this one, but this has got to be said, and none of it is out of hate, just constructive criticism. For a young team that's won one playoff series, the Memphis Grizzlies sure do a lot of trash talking.
Andre Iguodala's in the game. The reason he is not well received in Memphis is after he was traded, he never played here.
We all had the vision and he didn't, which is perfect. Send him back to the Warriors and let him, do his thing over there.
There was this one player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. Freaking bum. You're gonna mock us? Like, you ain't ever been there before, bruh. Hold that.
To tie this series at one apiece. 106-101 the final.
But hey, I guess nowadays when you're a young team with one playoff series win and everyone is telling you how you're next up, you can call yourself a dynasty.
We're able to, create something like this and, keep building this dynasty.
Man, they was talking about dynasty and all that. You can't talk dynasty when you haven't won before. I don't think people realize how hard that is, the commitment and sacrifice it takes. And I thought that was premature talk, to even mention that word.
And this is all fueled by their leader, Morant, who just can't seem to help himself when a camera is put in front of him.
Who are you though?
It's Black Jesus.
Who?
Black Jesus. I would have cooked them too.
You would have cooked Michael Jordan?
Man, nobody got more confidence than 12.
Because you're studying and say, we're going to have to run through them.
Celtics.
No one in the West.
Nah, I'm fine in the West.
So today, we'll look at some of Ja's recent comments in the media and how he's towing the line between confident and cocky. I'll break down how these statements have cheapened his image, and with the arrival of Ja's signature shoe with Nike as their first Gen Z athlete, we'll consider if fame has actually gone to his head and some players he can study to better respond to the media. This could be a controversial video depending on how you feel about Ja, but I welcome you to give your take down in the comments. This is Topic Tackle. Let's go. What's good, people? JC3 here. Appreciate you tuning in once again to Topic Tackle, where we dive deep into the basketball world. We see through the storylines and narratives and give you the perspective that the media doesn't venture to. So if you're tired of shallow analysis and you want to become a deep diver, please hit the subscribe button and leave a like on this video. I always greatly appreciate it. Ja Morant has one of the best come-up stories in recent sports history. The man had no stars in high school. He wasn't ranked. A coach from Murray State found him in one of the back courts of a gym because he was trying to get some chips from the vending machine. I assume that if you're here, you know about all this stuff already, but it's worthwhile to reiterate because that's how much of a rise this young guy has had. Ja is undoubtedly one of the most exciting and explosive young talents in the NBA. You could make a highlight reel of his short 3-year career so far, and it would be better than the majority of players who've played for far longer in the league. Heck, this man could even have his own highlight reel for missed dunks. Ja has consistently made the Grizzlies better year after year since he was drafted number 2 overall in 2019, but with his rise has also come an ego that he and others like to call confidence. Just to be clear, I'm not making this video to try to control what he can and can't say. I know that what I say really has nothing to do with that. This is America as well. He's got a right to say whatever he wants, but as Daniel Craig's character said in that new Glass Onion movie, it's a dangerous thing to mistake speaking without thought for speaking the truth. I don't know Ja. I actually ended up sitting by his parents at the NBA Summer League in 2019, and they're nice people. It's hard to not like Ja's competitive nature, but there's a point where you cross the line, even if the things you say are in jest. Like when he tipped a waitress $500 and called himself Black Jesus. Or when he said he'd cook Michael Jordan in a game of one-on-one. Or most recently when he said the Grizzlies would have to go through the Celtics to win a chip and that he's good in the West. Then Memphis proceeded to lose to the Warriors without Stephen Wiggins on Christmas Day, but let's not get sidetracked here. There's a fine line between confident and cocky, and Ja Morant has absolutely crossed that line. And dare I say this, I believe everything he said to this point has actually cheapened his image. And I already know that not everyone is going to accept this because some people are going to love this guy no matter what. But from an objective outside perspective, Ja Morant, in my eyes, has gone from an unknown, underrated prospect who outworked everyone and let his game speak loudly on the court to a young superstar with a meteoric rise and everyone trying to get a headline out of him. And for some reason, He keeps giving it to him. Let's rewind really quick to when Ja said he would have loved to play in MJ's era and would have cooked MJ one-on-one. I mean, when you've got arguably the biggest Grizzlies supporter in the mainstream media and Kendrick Perkins saying to respect your OGs, that's an issue.
I grew up in the hood and I was always taught, no matter how you felt about your OG, keep your mouth closed because you had to respect them. That's the same thing in the basketball world. See, the basketball world is just like the hood that I grew up in. The lack of respect that these youngsters have for the OGs is lack thereof. They don't have it no more.
I understand that grit and grind is embedded into the Grizzlies team culture, and while this team plays tough and is absolutely a contender to win the West, with everything they've said and all the jabs they've dished out through social media and interviews, they are now the most unlikable team in the NBA, in my opinion. And every time Ja, their leader, reinforces this by saying something like, I'm good in the West, they dig a deeper and deeper hole for themselves that leads into an alternate reality where they're already on top of the NBA mountain, and we all know that they haven't proven a thing yet. Now, I already know the rebuttal to this, and it's, well, what do you expect Ja to say when he's asked something like, what team do you see standing in your way? And my answer is, something confident, but not Celtics.
Don't give me this. What's he supposed to say? He's supposed to be respectful of everybody in the Western Conference, considering he hadn't won anything. They keep talking about a dynasty. A dynasty, what banners have you hung? What have I seen up there?
Oh, and by the way, in the last 5 minutes of games within 5 points this season, that's considered clutch time, Ja is 0 of 5 from 3. He's 11 of 29, 38% from the floor, and 14 of 22, 64% from the free throw line. Earlier this season, he literally told Malik Monk, don't miss during clutch free throws, in which Monk made to put the Kings up 3. Then Ja was fouled on a three-pointer. He stepped up to the line and missed the first of 3 free throws to tie the game. But according to him,
I'm fine in the West.
Remember, it's a dangerous thing to mistake speaking without thought for speaking the truth. And with all this considered, I pose the question, has fame gone to Ja's head? I'm 100% serious in asking this. Yes, he's won Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player. He's been in the running for MVP, and now he's Nike's first Gen Z athlete with a signature shoe, one in which he wrote, "We ain't ducking no smoke on," before proceeding to lose to the Warriors without Steph and Wiggins. But again, let me not get sidetracked here. Beware of combining money and fame, people. Just beware, because you can end up saying things that put a target not only on your back, but on the backs of your entire team as well. You can end up insulting the all-time greats in the game of basketball because you are speaking with confidence. Once again, it's not that he shouldn't believe it or say it. It's about how he says it. Perception is reality in the media. Josh should look at Steph and MJ, who are in a whole different class when it comes to handling the media. Steph didn't call out the people who were writing off the Warriors last year until after they won the title. And when asked about being the GOAT, Jordan said, dumb question, should be who's the greatest team of all time, and then he proceeded to name each Chicago Bulls championship team he was a part of. Way to say it without saying it, right? But notice how he didn't throw shade at any of the greats that were before him or try to compare eras. He just said, look at my resume. And until Ja has a resume, it may be wise for him to get one that includes some championship hardware so his words can have some substance. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is Ja Morant confident or cocky? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll be back with more Topic Tackle coming soon. As always, stay solid, people.